In the middle of the Bible, there is a special book called Psalms. It is the longest book in the Bible and is filled with prayers and songs people use to worship God. Many people wrote the songs and prayers over hundreds of years. King David wrote at least 73 of the 150 Psalms. Sometimes David wrote about being afraid or being sad. At times, he begged God for help. Sometimes he wrote about God's amazing power. In one of his Psalms, David was overflowing with thanks. He wrote, "I will give you thanks with all my heart. I will sing your praise." Why was David thankful? David wrote that he was thankful for who God is. "I give thanks for your constant love and truth. You will always keep your promises." David was thankful for what God did. David wrote, "On the day I called you, you answered and made me strong." David wrote that he was thankful for what God would do. "If I walk into danger, you will keep me safe. You will fulfill your purpose for me." David said that everyone should be thankful to God. "The kings on earth will thank you. The Lord's glory is great."
And now for a report from a very gifted student at Mooseberry Academy.
As you all may remember, I created a pack of robot guard dogs as a school security system. And because of some minor miscalculations, they saw us students as a threat and trapped us in this classroom for several weeks.
We remember.
Well, even though it was a mistake, the International Robot Institute of Science, or IRIS, was impressed with my design and invited me to their yearly seminar. Their youngest guest ever, actually. That is a lot of pressure, so I was more than a little nervous. If there is anyone on Earth that I want to impress, it's the scientists of IRIS, especially the founding member of the Institute, Iris Magnanimous.
Wait, the Institute is called Iris, and its founder is named Iris? What a coincidence!
Not a coincidence. I think they did it on purpose. Anyway, this was a 3-day event where scientists from all over the world meet each other, hang out, and learn from each other. And we're all together for every meal. Now, I'm ashamed to admit that because I didn't want these other scientists to look down on me, I didn't pray for my meal in front of them. I just thought they would look at me weird or even make fun of me if I bowed my head and gave thanks to God for my food in front of them.
Blammo, Jasper.
I said I was ashamed of myself. Anyway, this went on for the first 2 days. And even though I had so much to be thankful for by being there, I never gave God the thanks he deserved. On the 3rd day, I thought I might be willing to risk it. Pray in front of other people. When I got the invite to sit at the head table with Iris Magnanimous herself, and there was no way I was going to risk praying in front of her. I was feeling awful about it and embarrassed. But when I got to dinner, you'll never guess what happened.
The dinner table transformed into a tiny rocket and blasted off?
No. As the food was set on the table in front of us, Iris Magnanimous bowed her head and thanked God for not only the food, but for everything he had been doing in her life. And with the Institute, and for all of us being there.
Whoa.
I know! When she was done praying, I felt like I needed to tell her I was a Christian too. And I admitted that I was embarrassed to show my faith. She was cool about it, but told me I should never be ashamed to praise the creator of the universe. Then while everyone else was talking about scientific advancements and stuff, I got to spend my dinner talking to the founder of the Institute about how we should praise God no matter what. Not just because he does stuff for us, but because he's holy and perfect and forever. My chat with Iris was awesome. It also made me wonder how many amazing mealtime conversations I could have had about God instead of being embarrassed and ashamed of praying in front of people. I'll say this. I'll never let it happen again.